The story behind Meri Manus by Daniel Bilip. It all began with a young man in his late 20s, working for Ella Motors PNG in Port Moresby. He hailed from Waromo, a village in Vanimo, Sandon province. In the city, he fell deeply in love with Evelyn, a Manus girl from a well-off family. Determined to keep up with her lifestyle, he started selling car parts illegally to make extra money. But his actions caught up with him. He was fired, unable to reveal the truth to Evelyn. He told her he was on annual leave and planned a trip for the two of them. Without hesitation, Evelyn agreed to go, with him believing in their love and unaware of the real reason. Together, they flew to Vanimo and took a PMV to Waromo. What was supposed to be a short vacation stretched from weeks to months. Evelyn, once a city girl, adapted to village life. She worked in the gardens, collected firewoos, but as time passed, she began to question when they would return to Port Moresby. It was then that she realized the painful truth. They were never going back. One day, while in the garden, the young man sent Evelyn to get matches from the village. On her way, she saw an opportunity to escape. Without a second thought, she got on a late PMV to Vanimo town. Her father later arranged for her flight back to Port Moresby, where she arrived still dressed in her village attire. Back in Waromo, the young man waited for Evelyn until it was late evening. When she didn't return, he searched for her in the village only to hear the heartbreaking news. Devastated, he was left with nothing but a deep scar in his heart. Days turned into weeks, then months, and eventually a year. One day, the young man heard that the legendary Daniel Bilip would be performing live in Vanimo town with a heart full of sorrow. He wrote a letter pouring out his pain and longing for Evelyn. He attended the concert, and after the performance, he got strong courage to approach Daniel Bilip. He shared his love story and handed over the letter, pleading for it to be composed into a love song. Moved by the young man's story, Daniel Bilip composed a love song for Evelyn. In 2013, he released Meri Manus, a heartfelt melody that quickly hit to the top of PNG, his music becoming the #1 played song on Yumi FM 93.3. A week and a half later, Evelyn was at home in Port Moresby, washing dishes when she heard the song. As the lyrics unfolded, tears running down her face, overcome with emotion, she bought a ticket and flew back to Vanimo without her family's consents. Upon arrival, she took a PMV straight to Waromo. That late afternoon, as the young man returned from the garden, he heard joyous laughter coming from his home. To his surprise, standing amidst the crowd was his sweet Meri Manus Evelyn. Overwhelmed, he dropped everything and ran to her, burying his face in her embrace, weeping uncontrollably. Sometime later, they returned to Port Moresby, where Evelyn's father helped the young man secure a new job.